Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Knicks, MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K23. We're going to continue the early portion of season number 2 here, getting through most of November today. We played 2 games in the last episode, our opener against the Nets and another one against the Cavs, losing both of them. But the team hasn't started too bad as we are currently 3-4, right around the middle of the pack, which is where we finished last season. I was hoping that the team would start off, really strong because we did bring back most of last year's roster. The core is similar, so the chemistry should be higher compared to other teams, but it hasn't exactly materialized quite yet. We're going to play these 2 games today against the Spurs and the Jazz. I know both of these teams aren't the best, but they do have really fun rookies who I wanted to get a look at, so that should be fun. We're going to simulate these first 2 games against the Pacers and Raptors, losing to Indiana, but beating Toronto, so the Raptors will not get revenge on us from the play-in game last season. That'll bring us to this matchup in San Antonio against the Spurs. They're led by former New York Knick Kristaps Porzingis. Ever since the injury and the trade to the Mavs, Kristaps hasn't been the same player, but he has been really consistent. I feel like he's been one of the more underrated players in the NBA over the past few seasons, averaging at least 20 a game every year, other than this season, which I do expect his numbers to go up. We're only around 10 games into the year. Keldon Johnson has not played yet this season with a concussion. He is still injured. I am excited to watch their top draft pick, Buzz Wigginton III out of Duke, who is off to a pretty good start this season. He's averaging 21, 6, and 1.5. Yes, the starting point guard is averaging 1.5 assists. I know that's not good, but he's scoring the ball at a high level. Of course, his father, Buzz Wigginton Jr., Sonics legend, is the GM of the New York Knicks. So a little father-son rivalry here between Buzz Jr. and Buzz III. And along with Buzz, they've got some other fun young players, including former Knick Isaiah Hartenstein, Jeremy Sohan, Malachi Branham, Devin Vassell, and others. So it should be a fun matchup here against the Spurs and former New York Knick All-Star Kristaps Porzingis. The Knicks currently sit at 4-5 on the season. Regular starters for New York: Brunson, Reddish, Barrett, Randall, and Robinson. For the Spurs, it'll be Buzz Wigginton III, last year's Final Four MVP, along with Vassell, Branham, Sohan, and the man in the middle, the 7'3" big man from Latvia, Kristaps Porzingis, as he meets with Mitchell Robinson here at midcourt for the tip-off. Spurs and Knicks underway as it will go to the Spurs. Kristaps wins the tip. Buzz Wigginton Jr., number 33, bringing the ball out as he looks to cut inside to the corner. Passes it out for Malachi Branham, who hits the 3. Keep in mind, Buzz Wigginton III is not much of a passer. Again, only 1.5 assists per game throughout the season. Here's Devin Vassell, pulls up from deep, and the Spurs are off to a nice start as they lead early, 6-0. Not a good opening 40 seconds for the Knicks, looking to answer, and they will. It's Cam Reddish with the slam as the Knicks are on the board. Here's Buzz Wigginton looking to go inside. He will pass it over to Jeremy Sohan, who makes the layup. Again, Buzz is only averaging 1.5 assists per game this year, and he already has 2 within the first minute and a half today. In San Antonio's first 10 games, Buzz only has 3, where he has more than 1 assist. RJ Barrett hits the triple, 5'8" your score. Barrett looks to take advantage of the mismatch as he beats Branham on the first step and posters the former Knick, Kristaps Porzingis. What a great play by RJ Barrett, blowing by Branham and throwing it down on Porzingis. 10-7 your score. Randall trying to back down. He gets it over to Cam Reddish, who hits the 3 in the corner. After that, both offenses would go to complete hell. Here we are 2 minutes later, same score. The Knicks trying to break out of this scoreless rut as Julius Randle misses the dunk. I mean, it has been ugly offense the last 2 minutes. I know you guys haven't seen most of the misses, but it has been bad across the board. Here's Christian Brown, steps out of bounds, trying to drive inside. I don't think the Spurs have scored in 4 minutes, and the Knicks, I think, only have 1 basket in said 4-minute stretch. I mean, it has been brutal. When's the last time you've seen 2 points within 4 minutes from both teams as the scoreless drought finally ends with a dunk from Porzingis? 12-10. Here's Emmanuel quickly looking to go inside, sends it in the corner. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk, Christian Brown hits the 3 in the corner as it's 13-12. Spurs looking to get back on the board. Here is Porzingis. Lets it fly through deep. No good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Over to Boston. Back out to Porzingis, who is still left wide open. That's pretty bad defense by the Knicks, leaving Kristaps open. as he connects on the triple, putting the Spurs back ahead. Quickly lobs it up for Kabongo, who misses the dunk. I mean, again, offense has just been disgusting to watch in this first quarter. Feinstein gets it in the corner for Christian Braun. He gets the toilet roll shot to fall. 16-17. Spurs up by 1. Under 40 seconds now in the quarter. Time winding down on the shot clock. What are the Spurs doing? Cam Payne just heaves up a prayer. The ball movement there was bad. Obviously, the shot selection was hideous. I mean, come on. Both teams are running their offenses like they're a high school JV team. This is just hard to watch. Porzingis gets it to fall on the offensive rebound. 19-16. Your score. Quickly heaves it up at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. No good. The Spurs offense has been bad, and the Knicks offense has been even worse. 19-16 your score. The Knicks have only had 3 players score today. Barrett has 5, Reddish has 5, Brown has 6, and that's it. As Cam Reddish hits the corner 3, at least Reddish has shown up, unlike most of the Knicks. 19-19, Spurs looking to answer. B.J. Boston off the screen from Porzingis. Hits the 3, and the Spurs are right back on top. 19-22. Here's Barrett driving inside with a nice move, and 1. Boston called for the foul, and R.J. Barrett is off to a great start tonight. Again, him, Reddish, and Brown are the only Knicks to score so far. Payne inside for Jeremy Sohan, the former top 10 pick out of Baylor with the slam. 22-26, Cam Payne inside and 1. Randall called for the foul. These Spurs are not making it easy on the New York Knicks. San Antonio up by 7. 22-29. Here's Reddish off the screen inside for Mitchell Robinson, who gets the and 1. His former teammate Isaiah Hartenstein is called for the foul. Robinson would miss the free throw as the Spurs look to take it in transition. Payne inside for Sohan, who throws it down. Spurs back up by 7. Here's Reddish in the corner. It's R.J. Barrett once again. The Duke connection of Reddish and Barrett continues to be lethal, as they've been by far the Knicks' 2 best players on the floor tonight. Here's Payne inside, gets it over to Jeremy Sohan for 3. Sohan's off to a hot start, and he's not known as a scorer, but with Julius Randle's defense tonight, I think anybody would be a scorer, and Sohan has taken advantage. Credit to him. Cam Reddish with the and 1, fouled by Cam Payne. It continues to be a 2-man show for the Knicks, and as good as RJ and Cam have been on offense, everybody else on the floor has been a complete black hole. Maybe Jackson Watkins can give the Knicks some good minutes off the bench as the rookie dunks at home. 34-36. Buzz Wigginton III back in the game as he sends it in the corner for Devin Vassell, who misses the 3. Hartenstein with the rebound, gets the putback, and 1. We're just about 4 minutes into the second quarter. The Spurs have the same amount of points in this quarter that they did in the first quarter, and the Knicks have more points in the second quarter than they do in the first. So we've gone from no offense to both offenses absolutely exploding. Nifty move by Buzz Wigginton as he goes inside for the layup. 36-45, Spurs up by 9, their biggest lead of the day. Blake Wesley, the former first-rounder, gets it over to Kristaps Porzingis, who gets the 3 to fall. And the Spurs are continuing to build this lead. I feel like the Knicks, for the most part, have been sleepwalking through this first half. They've got to show more energy and toughness as quickly lobs it up to the rookie Ahmed Kabongo from the Democratic Republic of Congo. 38-48. Moore gets it over to the other first-round rookie, Patrick Feinstein. The 22nd pick out of the University of Colorado is on the board with the 3. 41-48, Christian Braun now looking to get back involved. Brown is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, giving the Knicks some great minutes off the bench tonight. 46-50, time winding down in the first half. Porzingis' shot is no good. Nice defense by Kabongo. And so that wraps up half number 1. The Knicks are really playing down to competition right now. This Spurs team, they're not horrible, but they're not good. This is a team who the Knicks should beat, and the Spurs have been better in every facet of the game. But luckily for the Knicks, they're still in it. Only down by 4 as we go into the third. Buzz with the ball, cuts inside to the right side, and he will get the layup with the goaltending on Mitchell Robinson. Pretty easy call there for the officials. That ball very clearly going down when Robinson hit it. R.J. Barrett for 3 and the lead. Clearly the Knicks got some sort of wake-up call in halftime because they are showing a lot more energy and sense of urgency here in the third quarter. Branham, nifty step back. What a shot. by Malachi Branham, the former first rounder out of the Ohio State University. 59-57, Barrett with the step back triple. RJ Barrett now with 17. He is 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. 62-61. Sohan with it. Gets it over to Devin Vassell. Vassell tries to get space, and he makes the reverse layup over Watkins. Not bad defense, just really good offense. 64-65. Watkins with it inside, trying to take advantage of the mismatch as he shoves it forward. And the Knicks are right back on top, 66-65. Here is Boston over to Kristaps Porzingis for the and one. Feinstein called for the foul. The Spurs are continuing to play good basketball. I thought the Knicks were really going to turn a corner at the start of the third, but that obviously has not been the case. 70-72, shot clock and game clock winding down. Quickly misses the inbound three. And that'll wrap up the third as the Knicks cut the lead in half, but are still down by 2. Going into the fourth quarter, can New York complete the comeback, or will the Spurs get the upset? Brunson with a nice pass inside for Randle, who misses the layup. Offensive rebound, misses another layup. I mean, come on. Julius Randle's got to play better. He has been a black hole on offense and has been a revolving door on defense. I mean, it has been bad. Randle trying to get something going here as he backs down on the smaller defender, and will get the layup. There's a good play for Julius Randle, who now has 8 points. 72-73. Buzz inside. His shot will not fall. Rebounded by Porzingis, who gets the putback. Good play there for Porzingis as it's 74-75. Here comes Cam Reddish in the corner for RJ Barrett. His three is good. Barrett has gone on another level, shooting the three ball. The bench is fired up, and the Knicks are on top for the first time since the first quarter, 77-75. Clearly they are not done. Jalen Brunson drives inside with the layup. New York up by 4 following possession. Here's Barrett, drives inside as an open man in the corner. It's killer Cam Reddish. 14-6 for Reddish as the Spurs call a timeout. New York on a 10-0 run. The Knicks right now on fire here in this fourth quarter. The Spurs looking to get a bucket back as Malachi Branham will make the layup. That'll bring the lead down to 5, 82-87. Brunson looking to make a play, but he has it stripped away by Sohan. On the fast break, it's Malachi Branham with the slam, and the timeout clearly helped the Spurs as it's only a one-score game. 84-81, San Antonio with it back. Here's Payne, floater is good, and the Spurs now make it just a one-point contest. 84-83, here comes Brunson inside. Lobs it up for Mitchell Robinson, oh me, oh my! Mitchell Robinson with the one-handed electric throwdown in front of Porzingis. 90-85. Barrett trying to take advantage of the mismatch. Blocked by Porzingis. Good defense there by San Antonio. Spurs running the fast break. Jeremy Sohan makes the layup, and it's back to a one-score game. Look at the clock. Only 2 minutes to go. This one's really coming down to it. Payne over to Porzingis. Fade away over Robinson will fall, and the Spurs are now only down by 2. 91-89. Brunson inside. Pick and roll is a success. Randle with the throwdown. Julius Randle's had a pretty productive fourth quarter after playing horrible basketball in the first 3. 93-91, under a minute to go now. Here is Sohan with it. Looking to go for the tie. Inside for Porzingis. No good. Great stop by Mitchell Robinson, and the Knicks can make it a 2-score possession right here. Barrett inside, passes it for Randle. What was that? Right when I'm complimenting Julius Randle, that happens. So again, it's still a 2-point game, under 30 to go. Sohan for 3, and the lead, no good. Nice contest by Barrett. Good defense by the Knicks as the Spurs are starting to play the foul game. After a couple of Cam Reddish free throws, it's now 95-91. Branham, long 2. Won't fall. Rebounded by Randle, and that feels like the dagger as the Knicks are going to hold on to win it. 98-91 is your final. It was not pretty, but sometimes you're going to have some ugly wins, and this was an ugly win for sure, but a win nonetheless. The offense was very inconsistent, as was the defense. There were some good moments today, and there were some bad moments. I feel like we underperformed to a lower opponent. Greg Popovich always has these guys coached up well. 23 and 13 for Porzingis, 17, 12, and 5 for Sohan. Buzz was pretty quiet. 7 points, a career low. His first game in his NBA career without double-digit points, and he only played 14 minutes. Buzz was barely in the game in the second half. I feel like the Spurs didn't trust him, which it's going to happen for a rookie. 24 for Barrett, 17 and 6 for Reddish. Randle had good numbers, 14 and 9, but I don't know. I just felt like something was missing from Julius Randle on offense, and his defense was not good. Jeremy Sohan was phenomenal. So overall, again, solid win. We did shoot the ball well from 3, so that's a positive. We're going to simulate our next 3 games going into this matchup against Utah. We've got 2 against the Bulls and then 1 against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. So we're getting a trade offer. Jalen Brunson on the move for Monte Morris and a first-round pick. I'm not opposed to upgrading from Jalen Brunson, but that is definitely not an upgrade. Jackson Watkins, bruised right hip. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. That's not good, but you know what is good? We went 3-0 in the games we simulated, including a 63-point win against the Chicago Bulls, albeit they did not have DeMar DeRozan, but still, that is tied for the 4th largest margin of defeat in an NBA game ever. So, yeah, I mean, blowout is one way to describe it, the 4th biggest blowout ever. We had an overtime win against the Nuggets. RJ Barrett is balling out right now. Look at his efficiencies. Not shooting well from the line, but over 50% from 3. Jalen Brunson's balling out right now. Julius Randle, 2 for 14, but he did have 12 times. So as we go into this matchup against the Jazz, obviously the big name to watch here, Christopher Killebrew, the number 2 pick overall out of Kansas. He's been really good so far. The Jazz trying to show him that they want to build a winner by adding veterans in the offseason with D'Angelo Russell and Harrison Barnes. Here comes the fellas. The New York Knicks currently on a 5-game win streak, looking to make it 6 in a row. I was not pleased with the first 7 or 8 games of this season, and I thought maybe the Knicks might need to do something colossal, but last year's team chemistry has clearly come back here as the Knicks have won 5 consecutive games. Same starters for the Knicks. For the Jazz, it'll be Russell, Sexton, Barnes, Jared Vanderbilt, and the man in the middle at 7'3", the rookie out of Kansas, Christopher Killebrew, who we've been hyping up as a generational prospect. Well, let's see him on an NBA floor here at the Garden and see what he can do against the New York Knicks. As Killebrew and Robinson have it teed off, it'll go to Robinson and the Knicks, and we are underway. Can New York make it 6 consecutive wins here against a not-so-good Utah team? Barrett gets it over to Cam Reddish. He is a mismatch today, guarded by Colin Sexton, who's a lot shorter and just not that great of a defender. Reddish with 5 points so far. Good start for New York as they lead 6-2. Reddish again taking advantage of the mismatch. Misses the 3. Brunson with the offensive rebound over to RJ Barrett, who hits the midi. Great play by Jalen Brunson to grab the offensive rebound and then find the open man. Knicks offense looking good early. Great ball movement. Finished off by a corner 3 for Killer Cam Reddish. He's got 10 of the Knicks' first 13 points. Reddish is hot, so why stop? Another corner 3 for Cam. He's got 13. Colin Sexton's off to a rough start defensively as Killer Cam Reddish is literally killing him. Christopher Killebrew with the size mismatch. He's got 14 inches on Jalen Brunson height-wise. That might not be the only 14 inches he's packing as he hits the 3. 11-16. Here's Reddish. Blows by Sexton for the slam. Cam Reddish is unstoppable right now. The Jazz only can hope to contain him. Reddish passes it out for RJ Barrett. He hits the 3. Just like the last game, it's a 2-man show. Barrett and Reddish have all 21 of the Knicks' points so far, but unlike the Spurs game, the offense is actually, clicking. Off the steal on the fast break, here comes the rookie Patrick Feinstein, who makes the layup. New York extending their lead as they are dominating early. Clarkson with the screen for Markkanen. Back to Markkanen for 3. He got it. Laurie Bird, or should I say Laurie Markkanen, hits the 3 as it's 23-16. Jared Butler in the corner for Jordan Clarkson. 3 no good. Rebounded by the big fella, Christopher Killebrew, who gets the putback. Killebrew is a great defensive player, and offensively he's been solid as well. Currently the leading scorer for the Jazz as it's stolen by Clarkson. On the other end, pull-up mid-ranger is good, and Jordan Clarkson makes it a 1-possession game. The Jazz have been doing a lot better with the second unit in. Shot no good from Brown. Rebounded by Feinstein, who's blocked by Killebrew. Here comes the Jazz on the other end. Agbaji over to Jared Butler, who hits the 3, and we are tied up. Nice shot by Butler. Nice assist by Ochai Agbaji. And that'll wrap up the first. The Knicks on fire early, but the Jazz finish it off on a 12-2 run to tie the game now in the second. Killebrew has been in the entire game so far as he misses the shot, but he gets the putback to fall, taking advantage of his 7'3" size with a near 8-foot wingspan as he gets it over to Colin Sexton. Sexton with the screen, heaves up a prayer, and it is good. The Jazz on top for the first time today, off the three by Sexton. 32-27, Utah continuing to play great basketball as Barrett hits the three off the catch, and the Knicks make it a one-score game as it's now 32-30. D'Angelo Russell signed to a big contract in the offseason from Minnesota, goes inside, gets the and one. The Jazz wanted to add winners in the offseason to surround their young core, doing such with D'Lo and former NBA champion Harrison Barnes as RJ Barrett hits another three. He's got 14. Barrett has been fantastic over the next win streak, really upping his point-per-game averages while maintaining great efficiency. Sexton inside gets the layup. Good play for Colin Sexton, who has been the Jazz's best scorer here in the second quarter, really making it tough for the New York defense. RJ Barrett with it, tries to cross over Clarkson inside with the layup. Good job by RJ Barrett to score in contact as it's 43-37. Here's Jalen Brunson, draws the double. That means somebody's open. It's Rowan Alexander Barrett Jr., who's got 19 in the first half as the Jazz call a timeout. Sexton guarded by Wendell Moore with the screen from Larkin and heaves up another prayer. You can call Colin Sexton Jesus Christ himself because he is literally answering these prayer shots like it's nothing. 46-40. Barrett looking to drive inside, but he has it stripped away and stolen by Colin Sexton. Here comes the Jazz on the fast break as Harrison Barnes throws it down, and the Jazz lead by 8. 48-40. Here comes Barrett, tightly guarded by Agbaji. Inside, he will get the layup to fall. That was really good defense by Ochai Agbaji, who is making it tough on RJ Barrett when all the other Utah defenders are not making it tough on Barrett. Is it stolen? Again, Agbaji with another defensive play. Butler lobs it up for Ochai Agbaji. The 2021 Final Four MVP lobs it up for the 2022 Final Four MVP. Agbaji, step back, got it. Ochai Agbaji is really giving the Jazz some great minutes off the bench right now. 54-46. Here comes Barrett trying to spin by Agbaji, and he gets the and one. Great play by RJ Barrett, who now has 24 points after the three throw here in the first half alone. 54-49, not a lot of time left in the half. Knicks are going to have to heave up a shot quick off the inbound, and they will. It's Barrett, no good. That's RJ Barrett's first miss of the entire day. 5-point game. The Jazz, just like the Spurs, are really making it tough. And again, the Knicks are underperforming against lower competition, and they've got to wake up here in the second half. I think the offense has been better than it was against the Spurs, but the defense has been worse, largely because Utah is making some just ridiculous shots, but even so, the Knicks have to combat that somehow. Good little two-man game from Sexton and Killebrew as it's a 7-point lead here for the Jazz. D'Angelo Russell with a nice find again. Christopher Killebrew, rock chalk Jayhawk. He throws it down. 58-51. Colin Sexton, guarded by Reddish, over to Harrison Barnes. What the screen hits the three, and the Utah Jazz now lead by 10. 61-53. D'Lo, guarded by Brunson. D'Angelo Russell with a nice move back out to Killebrew, who throws it down. Christopher Killebrew off to a great start offensively here in the third quarter as the Jazz lead by 12. Wendell Moore in the corner. It's Cam Reddish who hits the three. I think Reddish and Barrett have, I want to say, like 41 of the Knicks' 56 points. I mean, seriously, the other guys got to do something, but it's great that Barrett and Reddish have been so good. Julius Randle with his first points of the day off the layup. 69, nice, to 58, as Brunson gets it over to Randle. Back out to Brown. Brown with the screen. Brown inside for Randle. He throws it down. Julius Randle again coming off a rough first half is playing better here in the third quarter as Brown tries to drive by Agbaji and it's blocked by Killebrew. A Kansas player being guarded by a Kansas player is blocked by a different Kansas player. Rock chalk, baby, as Jared Butler makes the layup. 71-64, back out to Brown with the screen from Kabongo. Brown inside, gets it over to Wendell Moore for three. His first points of the night. Good shot by Moore as it's 71-67. Ochai Agbaji, guarded by his national championship teammate and good friend Christian Brown with the screen from Killebrew. Again, a whole lot of Kansas there. Kansas defense, Kansas screen, Kansas 3. Brown misses for 3, but Kabongo is there for the putback. Nice play by Ahmed Kabongo as it's 74-69. Nice. Jared Butler guarded by Quickly with the screen from Killebrew. His pass over to Killebrew, out to Ochai Agbaji, who hits for 3. Ochai continuing to give the Jazz great minutes tonight as Quickly gets it in the corner for Patrick Feinstein. 7-5, a productive night off the bench for Feinstein as it's 77-72. Agbaji heaves it up at the end of the third. Shot won't fall. Rebounded by Moore. Knicks going to have to get it off quick. Brown from half court. No good. 77-72. Again, the Knicks got to come back. It is an inferior opponent, but the Knicks are still playing down to competition. Although I can't get on them too much because they are on a 5-game win streak. As Markkanen gets the layup off the assist by D'Angelo Russell. 79-74. Here's Ochai Agbaji with the screen. Agbaji out to Harrison Barnes, who hits the 3. Good two-man game from Ochai Agbaji and Harrison Barnes as Udoka Azubuike, another former Kansas Jayhawk, is excited on the Utah bench. Mitchell Robinson with the reverse slam, his first points of the night. Good dunk by Mitch Robb, and the Knicks are continuing to hang around, although it does still feel like the Jazz have control. 82-76. Here comes Agbaji back out to Barnes. The Knicks gotta react to these plays. Agbaji is getting screens from Barnes. The Knicks are doubling Agbaji, which means Barnes is wide open. Nice layup in contact for R.J. Barrett, who now has 28 points tonight. Him and Reddish continuing to carry the Knicks offensively as Russell step back. Beauty! Nice shot for D'Lo, and the Jazz are up by 9. 89-80. Here is Julius Randle with the ball. Randle out to Barrett. Three-pointer will fall. Nice shot for R.J. Barrett, who has 31 points. And it's 89-83. The Jazz are going to say, what you can do, I can do better, as Barnes finds Jordan Clarkson in the corner. He hits for 3, and Utah's back up by 9 with 4.5 to go. Brunson inside in the corner for Randle. Randle gets it out to Reddish. Reddish driving by Sexton with the layup in contact. Cam Reddish has been a little bit quiet since the first quarter, trying to get that mojo back here to lead a comeback. Barrett blows by Barnes for the slam. The Knicks are making a push. They're only down by 5 with 4 minutes to go. Following New York possession, Brunson over to Reddish. Reddish, heavily contested 3 will fall. Killer Cam Reddish has the Knicks within 2. 92-90. Here comes Sexton with the screen from Vanderbilt. Step back, shot will fall. Big play for Colin Sexton. And the Utah Jazz are back up by 4. Now they're up by 3. Here is Barrett. Drives inside, out to Reddish for the tie. Bang! Cam Reddish hits the 3. We are tied up at 94 apiece with 2 minutes to go. Get your popcorn, folks, as Sexton misses the shot. Great defense and rebound by Julius Randle. Randle brings it up the floor himself, out to Reddish for 3, and the lead! Cam Reddish is him! Shout out to Julius Randle with a winning basketball play. Great defense, great rebound, great pass. Sexton misses for 3. Knicks on the fast break. Here comes Cam Reddish again, trying to get by the defender, makes the layup. A career-high 35 points for Cam Reddish, who has been the go-to guy here in the fourth for the Knicks. 94-92, New York looking to finish it. Reddish draws the double over to Robinson, who has Jalen Brunson wide open in the paint. Excellent ball movement by New York, and that's all she wrote. 94-101 is your final. Just like the Spurs game, we played down to competition for 3 quarters, but we pull a rabbit out of our hat and find a way to win it. The Knicks now winners of 6 in a row. Could this be a sign of things to come, or is this win streak a flash in the pan? I don't know, we're going to have to see, but overall a really strong performance in the fourth quarter. We just need more complete performances from the whole team, but shout out to the defense. The Jazz with only 2 points in the final 5 minutes of the game as the Knicks exit this one with a 18-2 run and round 2 the victory over the Utah Jazz. These 2 goofy goobers carried us the entire way. Cam Reddish with a career-high 35 points. Great to see him playing some excellent basketball. He has been worth every penny of that extension, which is honestly looking like a bargain right now. RJ Barrett's been playing out of his mind as well, currently averaging 24 a night. He got off to a hot start last year and fizzled out, so hopefully he doesn't repeat. The rest of the team was not great. Again, I need more from Julius Randle, but he did have some winning plays in the fourth. As for the Jazz, Sexton with 24, Killebrew with 17 and 12. I feel like the Jazz's offense was worse with him on the floor, but defensively, when he was in the game, we could not get anything going in the paint. 13 for Barnes, 12 for Ochai Agbaji, who gave the Jazz great minutes tonight off the bench. Overall, a strong win despite the fact that we again played down the competition. Going to simulate our next 4 heading into this matchup against the Lakers to kick off the month of December. Can we continue the 6-game win streak as Jackson Watkins is back healthy? This is an interesting trade offer. Emmanuel Quickley to the Pelicans for 2 future first-round picks. Quickley hasn't been great this year. The Pelicans are contending. I'm going to say no, but it's an interesting idea. So the fun comes to an abrupt end. We lose our first 3, including getting throttled by the Indiana Pacers, who seem to own us in this series. I don't know why. We always struggle against the Pacers. We did kill Houston. We had, I think, 7 players in the double figures. 15 and 14 for Brunson, 11, 15 and 8 for Randall. But Houston stinks, so I don't know if that's much of an accomplishment. So maybe our win streak was a flash in the pan. We'll see how it goes in the month of December, with our first game being against LeBron James and the Lakers at the Garden. What other matchups would you like to see here throughout the month of December? Let me know down below in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.